Hey, how's it going? I'm Dr. Corey, one half of the Healing Couple, and today I'm going to be talking about if you've been ever dealing with a traumatic memory, something from your past that causes a lot of negativity, a belief system that you can't just get over. I'm going to talk about something very insightful, which is called extinction memories, or a way to cause neurological extinction of your memories. I'm actually going to link an article that I'm going to show you right here called Dopamine is the key or link to causing the extinction of fear. But first, let's talk about the way that our body, or better yet, the area of our brain that essentially communicates and processes fear or a negative experience or a trauma. And it involves two parts of our brain. One is the amygdala, which is located pretty centrally in our brain. It's a deeper part of our subconscious, unconscious mind. And then a part of our prefrontal cortex called our medial or median prefrontal cortex. And the communication between those two areas of our brain is essentially the home of where we keep our fears. All sorts of fears that I listed before. And so if you're somebody who has struggled in getting over your fears, the key is to release dopamine. And maybe you've heard of dopamine before. Dopamine is the feel-good hormone, right? It's when we eat dark chocolate. It's when we look into our lover's eyes. It's the love hormone. It's what makes us feel good. And so there's a lot of things that have been created in society that cause the stimulation of dopamine from an exogenous area, meaning slot machines, right? Why do people keep pulling the slot machine over and over again? Scrolling on social media, right? Eating foods that to the palate, to the taste buds, taste really good, but produce an excess amount of dopamine. And so we are constantly flooded in a dopamine state, but it's not usually directed towards a negative experience, right? It's outside of us. And so for those of you that are looking for, okay, I understand a little bit more about dopamine. Now, how does a modality like breathwork, which is what me and my partner Jessica do as a part of our business, how does that come into play? Well, if we know that memories or negative memories and experiences are trapped between the medial prefrontal cortex and the amygdala, we can create positive experiences through breathwork. And positive experience in the absence of that fear causes the release of dopamine. And dopamine has been shown in this study that I was showing before right here, that dopamine shows it's very possible to cause the rewiring or dampening of those neurological signals between the medial prefrontal cortex and the amygdala, essentially causing the extinction of those memories. And it's called an extinction event. And at a neurological level, it's just the rewiring or downregulation of that neural signal. So what does that mean for you? That means that if you can create enough positive experiences that release dopamine in the absence of that fear, you can help rewrite that story. You can let go of that fear. You can, quite honestly, down-regulate the intensity of that trauma. And so what me and Jessica have created through Reset Breathwork and our breathwork methods is an opportunity for your nervous system to, quite honestly, reset. And in the case of negative experiences, negative memories, traumas, to help rewrite those via the release of dopamine because of a positive experience. And if you've ever done breathwork with us before, a very intense positive experience. And so I'd love to know what are your takeaways in the few minutes that I described in this video. Would love for you to comment, to share, because people need to really understand that you don't have to stay stuck in your trauma. You don't have to stay stuck in your negative memories and belief systems. And we can quite honestly utilize this ancient technology via dopamine, which is used in social media, politics, everything from YouTube to scrolling on or scrolling with casino machines and whatnot. We can actually use that to our advantage. And so would love to hear your comments on that and talk to you guys soon.